Hello again, everybody. It is time for the grand finale to the normal campaign. One of the hardest missions in this entire series. Maybe the hardest. I think it's definitely harder than the hard campaign version of it. In fact, it's one reason I wanted to do this normal campaign to begin with, just that some levels like this one are tougher than the hard campaign version. I guess Lash probably meant to say about 30 there, and they kind of just cut it off awkwardly with the way they wrote it. It is a little bit unclear to me why Lash, who previously had been doing things in record time with repairing and so forth, now would be saying she needs more time than this really needs or something. I guess it just to show how scary Sturm is, but from a writing perspective, I'm not sure what her motive there was. So not only do we have a missile to deal with, we have the death ray. The missile, of course, is inconsequential, just like in the Blue Moon mission. It's kind of a story point. The death ray is another matter. Okay, so once again we have to pick our COs before seeing the map. It's really cool in that we can pick any 3 nations out of the 4, and any COs that we want from them. Now, you can't have, for example, 2 COs from the same country. You can't have, like, Kanbei and... I'm not going to mention the idea of wanting San. You can't have Kanbei and Sensei, for example. But you can have any 3 countries, 1 CO from each of them. My recommendation is the Dream Team here, but the order matters. Kanbei first, then Eagle, which will put him on the left, and then Max. It's not really obvious looking at the map why that is, but you'll see as we get into it why it needs to be done this way. I love the special music they have here. Very dramatic, very appropriate for this most difficult final mission. I guess the characters can't see the death ray, unlike us. This is not the first time that I've remarked that the parts of the map that we see during the dialogue are often not really ideal for what's being discussed. This, I guess, is a callback to something from Advance Wars 1, where Sonya, who was an idiot in that game, caught on to Sturm's existence when he was being secretive, and then went off to confront him on her own, which she was totally unqualified for, and got clobbered and vaguely kidnapped or something. It wasn't entirely clear what was going on. This time, kept her under adult supervision, so she couldn't do anything stupid. Of course, you can lose the mission again and again with no actual consequences, just like usual. It does look like it's kind of in our reach there. You can just go walk past the death ray, but whatever. The death ray will be our objective here. If we destroy that, we win. And it goes down like any other black hole installation. It's not any tougher than the rest of them. In fact, I'd say it's probably less of a problem than a black cannon would have been. Alright, well, it's a big map, by far the biggest in the campaign, so we'll see it piece by piece rather than me spending like 10 minutes talking about it all at once. Canvas got this middle section here. You might like to capture these bases, but it's impossible, because they are watched by 2 black cannons. It's like the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Once you cross that bridge, my friend, your power ends. You can't fight above that. You'll just get double cannoned, and that'll ruin everything. Even if you use a decoy to capture the base, there's no point to it, because you'll just get double cannoned with anything you build there. The best you can do is try to stop him from capturing those bases, and that is tough enough. So we have Eagle over here on the left. We have a single silo on the left side and a single silo on the right side. There's a base here that we'd love to capture, but it's impossible. We're going to build ourselves a T-copter and an infantry to try to capture these 2 cities from Sturm. It won't be easy because we'll build indirect from that factory, but we can reduce the economy a little bit like that. Over here, it looks almost mirrored, and it is almost mirrored, but the AI won't mirror things, and therefore it actually makes it possible to capture that base over here on the Max side, but not on the Eagle side. There'll tend to be heavier fighting on the Max side, but there's earlier fighting on the Eagle side for that factor that makes it impossible to grab. So this is one reason that it's best to set them up like this. With Kanbei, capture order matters. Go for these outlying ones first, then 2 more infantry. Notice, by the way, just how clogged up with forests our area here is. This is terrible for us, because Sturm moves full speed through forests and we don't. So we can get around our terrain faster than we can. Not good. Okay, 2 more infantry over here on the left, and then we'll end the turn. And on the right, we'll load up with the T-copter, but we'll actually move over here to where we can drop off next turn to capture that base. You'll see that on the left side he built the T-copter, whereas over here on the right he didn't. That's kind of how Sturm pretty much always opens. And that's one reason that makes it possible to capture that base on the right side but not on the left. Pretty typical opening for Sturm there. He usually gets himself an anti-air and a tank on that first turn, along with an APC. You can see his economy is just huge. Oh, this is weird. He usually builds a rocket over there. That is interesting. Where did he build it instead? Interesting. That might actually be better for me. Often he builds a rocket over here, in which case you can capture one of the cities but you get shot after it. It's worth it, but you know, there's a price to be paid. He'll also often build an artillery over here, which isn't the big problem with how he tends to move it. But this time we put everything in the middle, so Canada's going to have a terrible time, but the middle front is really the least important one in the long term. So, interesting. We'll see how things shake up this time. He does different things every time, which makes this mission always very fresh, and it stays a huge challenge even for me with all the experience that I've got. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm going for that capture. And this capture. I can probably delay one more turn before I am compelled to put out additional anti-airs and things like that to defend against that battlecopter. For now, I'll just do more infantry and focus on the economy. Well, you can always get away with this capture, because he never builds the T-copter over here, so you can just get away, and then you'll get shot up immediately after that. But that's okay, as it turns out. Casualties don't really matter for Max, if you get the final blow with anybody else, that is, and you'll tend to do it with Eagle most of the time. So, you can choose whose casualties matter and whose kills matter, but you should basically make it Eagle. So have Eagle kill the Death Ray, and then you'll have much less to worry about score-wise, because Eagle can easily get himself a lot more kills with his superpower than anybody else can get. That does mean you need to be careful on Eagle's side, but the fighting tends to be less heavy there than on Max's side, as I kind of have mentioned. So, that's one reason to recommend this kind of setup. Alright, have Canada go back for those back cities. And then, the way you move your infantry here does kind of matter. I recommend putting them up this way. That makes Sturm more likely to concentrate his forces in the middle and not harass your flanks, which is really good. Also, build an artillery this turn, but nothing else. You need to save your money so you can get a bomber next turn. Okay, well, he didn't build any rockets, so I'm going to get away with the captures. I like it. Down here, I go for more captures. And let me drop off over that way. And this turn I must build myself an anti-air. Now I need to think about whether or not to get myself another infantry. If I save all my money and don't build anything else, I can get one more infantry actually, unless I have any repairs to pay for. I think I will skip the infantry and not need to worry about repairs. You know what? No. I'll pay for it, I'll need to worry about repairs. I want to get a bomber here soon too. Okay. Over here, I tend to think it's best to go for that base earlier, so I will advance like that. Walk into this mountain to get to that city faster. It's the best capture route. Over here, we can run backward, and sometimes the build myself a copter over here to deal with, especially an early artillery over there. I don't think it's worth it, though. It makes him too likely to send his anti-air over here, and you just can't deal with that right now. So I'd recommend building nothing, and just let him not come to you. I really like Sturm's music. It just helps set the atmosphere for the mission so well. Tanks going over that way, that's not great. It's not horrible either, but it's not great. Okay. Well, we keep advancing this guy so we can capture one of those bases. Likewise, this guy. Now we've got options over here. I think I'm going to send this artillery that way. I might need him to defend that base from the tank, basically. And I'll use the bomber instead that I'm about to build over here, and have that be what takes out his anti-air. Well, this infantry acts as bait, and that one goes to reinforce this difficult capture under fire. Ideally, I don't really even want to kill his anti-air. What I'd love most would be to have it just be crippled at 1 HP so it walks back for repairs. But you can't have everything. If you have a Kanbag guy over here and he goes onto that bridge, you'll tend to kill him in one shot, I think. And that will do. Killing him is not awful, it's ideal to have him be walking backward. As far as I can tell, the AI is not too bright about how it uses anti-airs. It asks itself, do I have enough anti-air on the map? It doesn't ask itself, how healthy are those anti-air, and where are they? Which are pertinent questions. Alright, I should really get exactly enough to get myself Ooh, I might have made a mistake, because if I get shot by that artillery, that will cost me repairs, and I won't get that bomber out, in time. So I might actually need to skip that capture for a turn. Although, no, that'll give me more money, won't it? They'll put more money in my pocket. No, I'm being silly. I've got it. I'm gonna get away with this just fine. Okay, everything worked out perfectly. Great. I love it when I can say that. Everything worked out perfectly. Okay, so Sen just out of range there, and he'll often just stupidly walk his copter in. So, should be good on that count. Another reason to use Eagle on the left there is that Eagle can't actually consistently instant kill Sturm copters. And that's good for us, because we really don't want to actually instant kill a lot of his stuff, if we can avoid it. What we want is to cripple it up and have him waste his money repairing it and waste his time walking it back and not build replacements. I'll walk this guy over here, maybe, and save the rest of my money to get a bomber and something good from that factory, maybe. He'll probably build a Neo-Tank over here next turn. That's his most common. Ooh, we built this bomber in the middle. That's good to know. Keeps him out of Eagle's hair, at least, but that means Kanban needs a fighter pretty soon. Anyway, the Eagle will tend to leave the early battlecopter alive can be beneficial, is what I'm saying. Max is guaranteed to kill it with his strong anti-airs. On the right side, though, that's good. On the right side, you need every ounce of firepower you can get, and so Max is definitely the right choice over there. You'll need to use tanks, you'll need to use Neo-Tanks, you'll need to use anti-airs, you'll need to use bombers too, so Max's versatility is fantastic on the right, whereas on the left you can usually get away with just building planes and one anti-air. Usually. This tank is another reason I don't recommend building that battlecopter that I mentioned you can use to counter artillery here, because he tends to just block you by going into that city, which makes it impossible for you to get around the Black Cannon's range easily. Okay. So, we have 1 day until the death ray fires. So today is safe. Yeah, I think this is a guaranteed kill. It is worth knowing that defense bonuses, either from just being Sturm or from terrain, do reduce the luck roll possibilities, and attack bonuses don't increase them. So it's good to understand that. Alright, I can't actually cover myself over here. If I built the artillery from this right factory, I would have arrived in time to cover myself, but I didn't. That's just the way it is. At the time, I had no way to know what he would be doing. I do recommend switching things up here and always having Kamba go for this left base and Eagle go for the right one. It makes it a little bit easier for them to reinforce one another, I would say. And what else is there to do? Down here I should capture these things, of course. Yeah, get those on day 6. Now, if I go for this base, I'm not going to get it, but I will keep him off of me for a turn. Or keep him off of Max for this turn, because this tank is guaranteed to go over there and shoot me instead. Which I think is beneficial, because it means I don't need to build a tank there with Max, I can just have... Or, if I build a tank there, it'll be safe, is what I really meant to say. Whereas if I build a tank and he attacks me with a Sturm tank, he'll win. Especially with his Neo-Tank bearing down on me. Other than that, I save my money to get myself more fighters and bombers. Those will be key. With all these forests, you can't really rely on ground units. Plus, of course, you know how much I already love fighters and bombers all the time. Okay. So, we shoot that copter, and hopefully it lives, but we'll see. Okay, it died. It was like a coin flip, roughly. A little bit. The odds are better than the coin flip of it living, which is what I want, but didn't get lucky enough for that. Okay, we can spread out here and do all 3 captures at once. Pretty efficient. And what shall I do over here? I think this copter can mostly just sit around. I'm going to use it eventually to go for the capture on that base, but I can't do that this turn. So for now, it just waits. Nothing else to do. Alright, things are not quite as efficient over here on this side. Just the way things work out with build order. If I build a single sacrificial infantry, that'll keep him from capturing that thing for a turn, and that is worth something. I think I'm going to do that. While building a bomber to deal with that Neo-Tank. And this guy can go for either capture. This guy can go either for the capture or for the silo, depending on what my needs are. I stand here so we can't get into the forest for the extra defensive cover. And that'll about do it for me. Alright, Sturm, what have you got? That's not too scary. I mean, we have to pay a little bit in repairs, which would be a nuisance if we don't account for it, but we accounted for it. And the infantry has done his job of taking away Sturm's properties, so put a small dent in Sturm's income at least. Which is all we can really do to him. He doesn't rely on factories in this division, he just has a big economy. So, just gotta deal with the strongest CO in the game having an enormous, enormous economy. Oh, interesting, he didn't dare to shoot me for whatever reason. That is unusual. Well, we get this capture. Also interesting, he didn't shoot over there. This is so strange. Huh. Well, I guess he's in some kind of defensive AI mode over there. That's alright with me. It doesn't make a big difference either way. I will stand here, where he can't as easily get me, and where I can set up a nice wall of infantry around the artillery. Maybe get some use out of it that way. Now, do I need to send the tank left to deal with the MB tank? And anti-air? Probably, yeah. A Kanbei bomber can deal with an anti-air much more easily than anybody else can. So we're going to do that. Stay the heck out of the middle here, this is the death ray turn. Anything you build in the middle from those bases gets fried. Which way is his bomber more likely to go? It's currently on the left side. I'm going to go with building my fighter from the left side, and we'll just kind of hope that he does hug that side. Don't walk your infantry in the middle, they'll get death rayed. The death ray does 8 damage to everything in this giant stripe down the map, but it's pretty avoidable as you can see. Unfortunately, it won't hit black hole troops, which are always crowded in there. Usually Sturm is dumb and he won't actually go for that base they can get away with now. He'll tend to just go for the city for whatever reason. But that grace period where he goes for the city instead only lasts one time, of course. So after that, he'll get that base and we'll be in some deep trouble unless we have a countermeasure ready. I want to save those files, I think, for when the Neo-Tank arrives, and ideally return after that, until also a fighter will tend to arrive on the right side. Did he build that yet? No. Build double anti-airs, though. He's got a lot of anti-air. And they're spread out. Not great. I think, like I mentioned, if you don't kill off his first anti-air, he tends not to replace it, he just tends to walk it back for repairs, and that's much, much better for us. But, can't have good luck with everything. I almost put myself in range there and ruined everything. Alright, this will have to do, I think. Could build a tank to deal with the anti-air. I don't think I'm going to do that though. I think my 2 bombers will do. Okay, so we've got a 6 HP infantry here. It's going to die no matter what. I think I might as well just put a hit on that thing, so it can't as easily capture in 2 turns. I can get away with these, it looks like. At least that's good. And my bomber can fly in over here, but it is currently blocked, which is not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's okay. As long as that spot stays open, I can at least come in there and attack from there. Alright, looks like I'll be okay on the missile silo, so I'll just walk this guy down there. And other than that, I guess I'm going to wall up and save my money. Maybe 1 more infantry to go reinforce the capture of that base eventually. And again, as long as Eagle gets the kill in the death ray, max casualties don't matter. So, build as many sacrificial infantry as you need to. Cool little animation there, I guess. I think I read once that the order the AI captures properties in is not anything logical, it's all just based on like kind of clock position around, you know, what direction they are from east, west, north, south, and so forth. So that's why he stupidly went for that city instead of the nearby factory. Anyway, you can count on it, is what I've observed. This time his infantry does attack, no idea why. His missile in the middle will be mostly useless, most likely, but he can occasionally get lucky with it and just happen to have it somewhere important on an important turn. If he builds a missile on the left, it tends to be a bit more of an issue, since over there he can more readily get it to cover his base or something like that when you want to bring in bombers. Okay, well, I guess what I should do is station this fighter hereabouts and just be prepared either way. Did he build any other air units to know about? No, he actually didn't. Okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen him do this build order before. Typically he has a fighter on that side. But, you know, I'll take it. I can work with this. You need to roll with whatever Sturm builds. Just kind of don't assume anything. Take a look every turn. Over here, you know, if I can take out that anti-air, I'll be in good shape, basically, is what I'm seeing. So I feel fairly hopeful about that. And he isn't compensating for it so far by going harder on the left yet. He's kind of gone more for the middle this time than he usually does. And I'm adapting to that. It's working out okay. Now if I bomb this thing, if I'm lucky, I'll take no scratch damage, and I'll be okay. But if I'm unlucky, I will take scratch damage, and it'll ruin this bomber. By scratch damage, I mean reduced to 9 HP. That'll ruin this bomber's ability to instant kill things. I can't have that. I've got to guarantee that I get that reduced down to 1 HP. So, unfortunately, the only way to do that is with a rather costly little trade here. What can that bomber hit, by the way? Okay, nice. I've got a plan then. So, we will shoot that guy. Take a lot of damage, it hurts, but it reduces him enough that now the bomber should be guaranteed to reduce him down to the level we want him at. Which is 1 HP, from which he can't shoot back and do 1 HP damage to Kanbei. So there we go. And the nice thing is that it's alive, and he'll think, okay, well, I've got enough anti-air. Let me see if I can use his infantry as bait. Lure the bomber down to where I can shoot it without being in range of a black cannon or something like that. Over here, my bait with artillery did work, so that's great. It's kind of a weird delay where he didn't come down and attack before he went to sit in that city, but it worked in the end. He did come down here. And can I afford to build an infantry this turn? I guess I could, but I don't necessarily need to. I think I can just wall up with what I've got. I will do that. Yeah, should be good. Don't build things you don't need in this chapter. Money is precious. Okay, now do I need to use the missile this turn? It'll hit a decent amount of stuff. I can hit, you know, the tank, the neo-tank, but I can't hit the anti-air. And a max bomber, unlike a Kanbei one, can't instant kill an anti-air. If I catch him on the road, it'll probably be okay. If I can catch the anti-air along with the neo-tank, that's even better though, of course. If I nuke this turn though with both guys, I can build a neo-tank of my own, and that'll probably work out better, and that'll let me cut through more easily. I think I'm going to do that, so we'll double silo this turn. Alright. Bombs away. Oh, I say I can hit both, but I can't actually hit both. Whoops. Still, that's going to be alright. The important thing is hitting the neo-tank. It's not wonderful, but it's alright. It's good enough. Alright, don't let the infantry die. You don't want to take casualties that you can avoid. Since it's hard enough to get a good ranking here. Now, I'd love to shoot that infantry with my anti-air if I could, but it looks like I really can't do that efficiently this turn. So I'll go for that. If I'm lucky, this reduces him to 2 HP and he'll walk back. If I'm unlucky, he will stay at 3. He stayed at 3. That means he feels healthy enough to do attacks, so that's not great for me. I think I can't necessarily avoid a casualty anymore, but I'll just shoot this guy so we can't go for easy captures. You can see that he's so strong, even when you first strike him with better terrain, Sturm still wins. Sturm is brokenly powerful, but that's appropriate for a final boss, so whatever. I'll accept it. Take some damage on this guy, but I'll send him hurrying back and waste his money in repairs, so I'm happy about that. There's a high chance of even blocking this factory now, which is really good. Before I build, let me check if we built any important plans to know about this turn. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, great. Yep, we can get away with another bomber. Build as many bombers as you can get away with, and build like a few fighters if you absolutely need to. I guess we can stay about the same distance moving over here. We'll do that. It doesn't make a big difference. Okay. So, we do get away with these captures, which is great. He'll shoot, but will live and limp away. I guess over here I need to wall up more completely. That's alright. Don't mind doing that. I should launch my missile before walking in there. Let me do that. His 2 infantry should walk back for repairs, I think, which will work for me. And, oh, I need to watch his CO power gauge too. One last thing about using the missiles, it reduces how much CO power buildup he's getting, because he's not getting it for those units, of course. The units that are damaged by the missile, that is. I think if I have a Neotank built here, although it's not ideal, I'll just go for the infantry actually. He'll build an infantry to replace it, and his tank should then be funneled down toward the artillery death zone, which would be nice for me. And that frees up more people here to not get walled in, and to cut through and to his anti-air. I've got to do that. Don't have a lot of manpower to work with, so I've got to not let what I do have get blocked. I will stay outside of this tank's range just in case he goes for anything like that. And that should be good, I think. Alright, Sturm, what have you got? Alright, it hurts, but we'll live. He takes the bait, that's great, so we can shoot that bomber down with impunity. He takes that bait too. The only problem is there might now be 2 holes in our wall this turn. We'll see. Yeah, if he shoots the max infantry and instant kills it, there might be 2 holes in the wall. I think, yeah, it's definitely guaranteed to live. Great. Very good. Alright, what are you building with 30,000 funds this turn, Sturm? Don't keep me in suspense. Nothing over in the left, that's interesting. Ooh, fighter in the middle, okay. You can cause problems for anybody there, but nobody immediately. Oh, and he's being smart with his anti-air. Drat. Don't have a perfect solution anymore. We'll have to have the Max Bomber attack that thing. That's a nuisance. Do we, though? Is there a way around that? There might be a way around that. I'll think about that. Sometimes you can get clever and solve problems in this mission with good formations where he just can't fight you effectively. Well, a Canva fighter can kill a Sturm bomber, which is great. But it does put him close to his superpower. We've got to bear that in mind. Manipulating his superpower is very important, because the superpower is devastating. It drops a meteor the size of a missile silo zone that does 8 damage. Not a wimpy 3, 8. That's not easy to deal with for anybody. I don't want to put anything in range of that tank that I might shoot instead of the guy behind the artillery wall, so I'll be careful how I move it. And can I maybe use this infantry for something useful? I don't know. We'll see. And then shoot that tank. That one? No, actually. I'd better shoot that tank. Even though it's not as efficient seeming, because otherwise he can too easily have the 3 HP guy cut through this 2 HP infantry wall then attack the artillery behind it. And I can't have that. Gotta build another wall. Gotta keep replacing him. Okay. Well, over here, I don't think Eagle will mind if I block his factory, but I still might not want to do so. No, wait, there's a tank there. Yeah, I've got to... I should go for this. Get him out of the way. Clear him out. I can't have people blocking me from getting in and crushing that factory defender group. Okay. That will have to do for now, I guess. Can I afford any repairs? I think I can get away with it. Get this guy restored up to where he can help out again. Canva infantry are quite valuable for taking out Sturm's infantry cost effectively. You don't have many units to work with, so you don't want to have them waste their time fighting infantry. You also don't want to have your infantry for Eagle walk too close up and get shredded and ruin your technique score, so bear that threat in mind too at all times. There are a lot of threats to bear in mind at all times on this mission. It's a difficult mission that way. Alright. This, I think, is about the best we can do with those for now. One of these days he'll leave that base unoccupied, because he's not too bright, really. Alright, so we get away with that capture there, that's great. I'll put this as here, maybe we can join them up for a bit of money or something, we'll see. And then over here, I think I need to build myself another infantry just to more cheaply wall things out. Now, what options do I have? Well, you know, that was silly, because he can now attack that guy without being in artillery range. Didn't think that through. He might not be smart enough, we'll see. He might go for the kill instead. So, if my Neo-Tank attacks, I'll kill this recon, then my bomber can drive up, and I'll do okay. I will cripple the anti-air, I'll probably send it back for repairs, but I'll take scratch damage. I'll be less effective from then on. That might still be worth it, and it keeps my Neo-Tank on this base where his copter can't easily attack me. On the other hand, it means I can't deploy anything this turn, which is not great. If I have the bomber attack this, I can have the Neo-Tank maybe stand here and shoot his infantry, then build another anti-air or something like that here. My Neo-Tank gets shot by his battlecopter, which hurts. He can't do much to get to my bomber. That stays safe. And I get my anti-air out a turn earlier. I think I might go for that. So, gonna bomb this thing. Do I want to kill that guy or leave him intact? I think I will kill him. I'm tired of there being people blocking me here. And I'll take some damage here. It's not going to be great, but it's not going to be horrible either. And it'll free up my anti-air, hopefully, to run through shortly. I can also probably put this T-copter here, which isn't great, but I can drop off on a future turn, and that's something. Okay, we will go with that. So Sturm's getting close to a superpower, so I need to bear in mind next turn he's going to get it. I can't do anything about that. All I can do is mitigate the effects of it. Making hit someone doesn't matter. Okay, good. He went for the kill. I thought he would do that. I wasn't certain, but I thought so. He's really clustering it around that base, which isn't good, because it makes it really hard for me to take it over. Painful, but not awful. And, you know, Neo-Tank at that HP can still take out a rocket, which is what matters. Get your artillery out of the way. He did. He got his artillery out of the way. Okay, great. Well, I'm still in a bit of a tough spot here. So first of all, someone needs to be bait. It might need to be these guys over here. Now, a cannon artillery is worth how much? 7,200. These guys bring that up to be a somewhat higher total. So, another 10,600. So, not 10,800, something like that, or so is roughly what we're talking about. So if I build something that's worth 16,000 there, that should keep the tank occupied. Let me make sure I get the math exactly right. So, whoopsie, I've misclicked and now I'm in trouble. Okay, 7,200 plus 3,600, so yeah, 10,800. Now, what's the biggest thing I can still build? A missile. So the best I can get that area up to, unless max tributes, I think it'll take unit value of both armies into account, I think. I'm not certain about that. It's not worth gambling too much on, but it's worth trying at least. Okay, I would love to go for this, but that's not even a kill, so nothing doing. We'll just stop that capture instead, and have to just keep building up for another turn. Need to avoid putting any people next to each other. So, one thing you need to understand about how Sturm's Meteor works is it must hit a unit. It does a missile silo area, but it must be centered on a unit. And that'll hit the highest value cluster of units. So, you can have your units spaced out like this, and they're okay, actually. Whereas a missile silo could totally hit these guys both at the same time. But if I stand there, it's all over. I would basically just lose, or have no chance of winning fast anyway. I really don't feel good about that misclick. But I guess it didn't make a big difference. They couldn't have afforded the rocket or anything like that anyway. Oh well. Do I want to bomb over that way? I think I'll hug this side. So, stay spread out. Give him nothing really worth shooting at. Maybe I can lure something over this way. Not like the meteor, but maybe I can lure a fighter over that way. We'll see. It'd be great to keep that off of the Eagle group for now. Maybe I can arrange it so the best target he has available is a single lone Kanbei bomber. That, or the alternative is to build things over here and see if it goes for all of those. I might go for that. That might be the best option. So we've got 8,000 something there. We've got another 7,000 there's 15,000. If I crowd... They're crowding in enough. If I build something big there, that might well draw fire, and that section is no longer really important, so that'll be okay. I'll try it. It's worth a try. I have a bad feeling about this guy. He might end up being in the way, but I'll leave him where he is for now. Okay. So, over here I need to spread out while staying out of range of important things. And give him nothing more valuable than a Kanbei bomber or whatever I put over on the right side. This should be okay. Let's stay like that for now. This is not okay. I guess this teacupper's not going to get much done anyway for the time being, so I will reluctantly shift it over that way. He still can't hit anything if I put it like that. A meteor there can hit any one of the units, but it can't hit any two of them, and that's okay. Over here he can hit any one bomber, plus he could also hit one other infantry or something like that, which wouldn't be too bad. I'm willing to accept that, I think. I'm going to stand here, that should still be safe, I think. While advancing me a little bit closer to being able to deal with his fighter that's probably incoming. Yeah, I think this is... it's an okay formation at the very least. Oh, I've got to watch out for this formation, of course. This is going to be a prime target for him. Oh, you know what else would be funny? Whoop. Okay, not getting through there, Sturm. If I shoot from here... it won't kill it, but it does hefty damage, at least. And he can walk... so if I have an anti-air here, and I have a Neo-Tank here, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... yeah, he can still get to me. It's not ideal. Maybe they use the T-Copter to block too, but I've got to watch out that the Neo-Tank doesn't make things more valuable than whatever else I've got. It's worth a try. 3 HP is not that scary anyway. Yeah, this is a pretty good formation, I think. I mean, we'll see how it works out when the meteor hits, but I'm feeling pretty good about it so far. I think I've engineered something that will make his damage be, you know, minimal, basically. So if I drop here, he'll definitely have the T-Copter at that point with the meteor. If I drop like this, he might not. No, hit the infantry, I'll hit the T-Copter. That's no good. I think I need to let him hit that bomber if it comes to it. I'll take a bit of damage, I'll be okay. Over here I can build a Neo-Tank and draw fire that way. But I can't draw fire away from all this stuff if they're all together, necessarily. I can probably get away with building another anti-air here now if I need to. Cut through his bomber more efficiently. Or whatever other horrifying thing he builds there. I might need to think about that. Okay, so we join those guys up. Let's get some free money. His tank here might actually change the cost calculus too, because if it hits there, it'll deduct out his... yeah, I don't even know. I think it's going to hit a Kanbei bomber, most likely, as long as they keep these guys spreadish out. Which might be the best thing. And then we just save my money. We're building another bomber or something like that over here. I might do that. And, like, drop that infantry or something. He can shoot it if he wants to. Or I could just build a fresh one. That would also work okay. I could stand this guy here, and then he can't actually get to the bomber. He can only hit something unimportant instead. No. That would be meteor bait. We're not doing that. So much to think about here. These are not easy calculations to do under pressure. Yep, we're going to try it like that. It's not perfect. I think I'll go for a Kanbei bomber. We shall see. And this turn is going to be almost invincible too, because Sturm already has big defensive bonuses, and then he gets even bigger ones during his CO power. He goes up to like either 140, 140, 140, 150. Interesting. So he did actually hit over there. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe his meter doesn't work consistently in this game. I've read that in one of them actually, it only sometimes targets the highest value, sometimes it targets something else instead. So I don't even know anymore what's going on. But it worked out okay. He's targeting unimportant stuff. You know, he's cutting through them like butter at this point because they're all 2 HP, but they don't matter. They were just bait for that tank anyway. 2 HP. He's going to try to run back and repair that thing, I think. That's good. I love those little tiny like pipe corners there where you can block them off with like 1 air unit or whatever. Those are just fantastic for this mission. Okay, well, what did you build, Mr. Sturm? Nothing on that side. Battlecopter over there, that's not too scary. Nothing. No, I'm suspicious. What did you build? What am I missing here? Something's up. You can't fool me, Sturm. Oh, MB tank over here. Great, that's really not too bad, actually. Well, I mean, it's pretty much a hopeless endeavor fighting him this turn. But he can't take any damage either, which is something. So I'd say go for it. Put some scratch damage on him. We don't care about damage done to Kanbei. Set up Eagle to get a lot of kills later on. That's important. A lot of these injured guys will be a valuable resource for Eagle at some point. Okay. We can shoot that thing. Every little bit counts. Getting him to the point where just scratch damage from infantry could severely hurt him, at least. Now, what do I want to do with my giant fleet of air units this turn? I think... What does he have for air? He doesn't have much air currently, and I like it that way. Okay, can I use this guy as bait, maybe? If I put my fighter just barely in range of that, or something like that, can I make him stupidly walk into range of an anti-air and just get slaughtered? I think I can. I think I'm going to do that. If I put nothing else in range, he should go for that and then die like an idiot. I like how that sounds. Over here, can I do anything of value? I'm thinking no. Just need to get out of range of the fighter, I guess. Can I fly out of range over there while being in a useful position to help out on Max's side, where Max is in some trouble and can use some backup? I think so. We'll try it that way. Spread out. More guys in artillery range is fine by me. This useless extra infantry can walk over there. Maybe he'll be useful, maybe not. I didn't intend to build him. Okay. Eagle is a little tiny bit short in funds. Can I fix that with joins? That would be a clever thing. I love when I can do joins to get extra money or something like that and get a unit out faster. All this feels very clever. Yes, I can. Okay. Another bomber coming your way, Sturm. Man, you hate to see it. Nearly invincible. He's got enough HP, he'll probably stay in the fight and just keep trying to charge in, which is good. I want that. Will this thing live if I go for it? Yes, good. Keep these guys in, keep them trying to fight, and then butcher them in one turn with Eagle and get a good power score. That's how we want things. It's really hard to get a good power score in this mission. Keep this anti-air out of range, though. And don't let him shoot an infantry for free either, if we can avoid it. And we must keep that T-copter safe, of course. It would not be any good for us if it died. I think this is okay. He'll shoot it with a tank, probably, or something like that, but it won't take much damage. And, yeah, I don't really mind that particularly. Crowd on in. Well, there's absolutely no point in attacking that bomber this turn. It's hopeless. We will just fly our own things up. And I'll just keep blocking him for a turn. I'm not, like, stoked about him having the opportunity to build something out of there. But maybe if it comes to it, I can get myself a max force and zoom up there and cause problems for him if he tries something fishy. Or did I just put a guy in range? No, I'm safe. Okay, good. Good. Over here, I think I want to get another anti-air out in case of further bomber difficulties. So I'll try that for now. And I might just kill that thing while it's safe to do so. Just getting it out of the way. And it's always a tough question whether or not to go for one of these bases and just capture it. If you capture it, you can deploy air units over here more easily. But on the other hand, it's probably ideal if you instead have him just keep producing air units that you can shoot down with your max anti-airs. Otherwise, he'll spend his funds building over here or something instead. It's not like blocking off a factory where he gets less production forever. He just will push it somewhere else that could be more problematic. But getting bombers on the max side can be really helpful too. Took the bait. Okay. Glad I thought of that plan. So many Kanbei casualties. Alright, I've successfully predicted every move the AI has made, basically. So that's been good. Keep him under control. Teacopter makes good bait. I'm surprised it's still shooting at 2 HP, but maybe it can't get anywhere for repairs or something, therefore it just must fight. Not sure. Ooh, another Kanbei casualty. And his screen of units here is making it impossible to get through, isn't it? Okay, that might clear a path. Maybe a bomber can finally sneak in and hit his factory. I really want to block that thing off. Until I can do that, I can't make any forward progress here. All this fighting is mostly meaningless. I've got to get past that factory and then get to the black cannon before I can make any headway. There's not like a rush. You can see. Oh, and the O-tank. Jeez. And if I bomb that thing, then yeah, he'll get a lot of CO power buildup. I can't do a thing about it though. I think I've got to just start crowding guys in there. CO power buildup or no. I could just bomb it. I could just bomb the heck out of it this turn. I'll get shot by the black cannon. I think it's not worth it. I think I need to wait another turn. But I do have enough guys, I could just say screw it and just go in there and blow everything away. I have a critical mass of bombers. It can be done. Maybe it should be done. I'm pretty sure an Eagle, 2 Eagle bombers can definitely do that. Take it that anti-air, that is. I'm feeling more and more like doing that, as I think about it. He's going to get his superpower soon, though. I've got to watch out for that, because this is going to put some hefty damage on him. He lived. That's interesting. I'm going to try to leave him alive and see if he goes back for repairs. It's worth a shot, at least. Over here, I can get another bomber. Yeah, okay, he won't get a superpower immediately. That's something. We'll fly in over there. Continue to just poke this tank. How about you do some repairs? And what can this 5 HP fighter do? He doesn't have a fighter of his own. He might build a replacement, or he might not. I could repair it. It'll be ready in 3 turns. But in 3 turns I could just build myself another fighter. No, it might be better. It might be useful to block something instead over here or something like that. Yeah. Ooh, he's getting close to getting to that factory. I've got to... You just can't do everything on this mission, you know? You just can't do everything. I could redirect a bomber back and deal with it, but if I do that, I'm sacrificing other goals. Well... I don't like that. Oh, I forgot to actually have counterattack. Guess we're not attacking this turn. Whoopsie. Very well. That is a blunder. No mistake about that. Well, from here at least it's easier to loop around. We do have a problem now that his anti-air is getting close to being at full HP, which is not good. Can I use something as bait for that MD tank without it actually getting a kill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can position bombers like this or something like that. And this should be an okay place for that anti-air, I guess. Everyone else stays walled up. Move these guys over here to where they can maybe help out in the future. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. Ooh, if I can do a join here, I can get more funds and get another bomber out. I love doing that, as I've said. It feels so clever. Just do a tricky join and suddenly have enough money to build something you couldn't have built before. Okay. I also need to bear in mind that over here I'm pushing him toward getting his power too. Is it worth it? Is it worth just pushing in now and saying the heck with it? I think it might be. Do I need this bomber, or can I direct the bomber over that direction? If my anti-air shoots the bomber from the top side, I'll take some hefty damage. Enough, I think, that I'll get my CO power, which will allow my Neo tank then, once this bomber is cleared out, to hit that rocket. And this anti-air can reach up with the... Yep, I've got a plan. Okay, we're going for it. Perfect. Alright, in that case, the bomber can direct over here. I can take out one of those pesky cannons at last. That will be a big help to me. One step closer to being able to actually capture things and cause Sturm bigger problems. Okay, in we go. Down goes the bomber. He'll build a replacement, I'm sure, but for one turn, I can get in there, shoot this thing without worrying. Nice, he might go for repairs. That would be a big help to me. And over here, do I want another bomber or a Neo tank? I'm thinking I want a bomber. Yeah, should be fine. Where do I want it, though? If I position it here, I can move it to the left once the cannon dies, and that could be useful. And this T-copter is running out of fuel, but it doesn't matter if it dies, it can serve its purpose. And he's not going to get his superpower until next turn when we devastate him then. Alright, well, I've got to bear in mind he's going to have another superpower, but I'm okay for now. By the way, you don't actually have 90 days left until you run the speed score. You need to win with, I think, 6 days on the clock, maybe 5. So watch out for that, too. Okay, he's not going for repairs. I guess he can't get anywhere because his recon's currently standing on the thing. That's my guess for why he's doing this. It is annoying that he should be going for repairs, but just not doing it. He's staying and fighting intelligently. Well, semi-intelligently, causing problems for me. He blocked his own base, but he didn't block the one that I want nearby here. So it's still not great, but it's something. I can out-repair that for a little bit, at least. Is this going to be the big Eagle turn? Can I get enough CO power to build it for Eagle? I don't think so. He didn't build. He didn't build. Okay. This is really good. Where did they build? Oh, they built the bomber over there. And I am semi-blocked, but not completely blocked. I can get in there. This cannon will go down. He's not covering it. His fighter's flying back. If I'm lucky, I can just max bomb it and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I come out one short. I don't have my CO power. Still worth considering. So, Eagle can fly over here. He can bomb that thing. He won't kill it, but he'll be okay. Eagle's not close to his CO power. I need to avoid giving Sturm his, I think, for another turn. That's what I'm feeling right now. Just bomb the heck out of more things over here, and we'll be happy. I could sacrifice this Antio to stop him getting that factory, and I'm going to do so. It did its job well. Yeah. Can't get onto the bridge. This guy's running out of fuel. Well, this black cannon is dead, so I can totally just go in there and do what I want. And I'll do so. That guy's in repair mode. What will I need to fight? Like, what is mandatory to fight this turn? That bomber has got to go. So does this like 1 HP rocket. So I must get in there and fight that thing. I can kill it with max, but then I need to occupy that thing, and that could be a bit of a problem. And the other important thing is I know I'm going to give him 2 stars there, so I can't give him like 1 star on the left or I'm in deep trouble. That's the way it looks to me. Okay. Very well. I guess I stay put for now and don't go for the neotank as much as I would like to. Frustrating, but that's just the way it's got to be, I think. Maybe we can fly over here in anticipation of when the bomber, Max's bomber gets through. We'll see. Cool. Well, the important move is this one. Let me check if he's building something nasty over there. Nope, we're good. We are good for now. Take some damage, but the important thing is that he can't build there anymore, as long as I occupy it. And I haven't given him a star, just half a star. And I can crowd in another guy over here and start looping around. Is it worth bombing that thing? I think it is. A risk, but I think it's a worthwhile risk. Risking that his CO power gauge might build up a little more than I'm expecting is what I mean. But I must also remember that he's not really... He's used to CO power, so things cost a little bit more for him than they used to. I think I might have made a mistake, though. I think he might actually get his CO power now. I have to figure out where he's going to hit. Yeah, it's not great. Well, I'll get another bomber out there. This infantry is going to die, but that's okay. I'll harvest some money back out of it. It won't be a complete waste. Keeping off the important unit over there. I'd love to capture his base, but nothing doing for now, it seems. I do need to refuel that thing. I can't refuel it with an allied APC, so that is actually a bit of an issue. I need to drive it back to Kanbei's own base and build an APC there. So I wasted some time, unfortunately. Alright. Black Cannon dies. That is probably a kill, but I can't take a probably here. I need to go for the guaranteed thing. And we'll see if I've given him too much power or not, I guess. He'll get some extra power for that I wasn't really factoring in. Yeah, this is... I'm thinking this is bad. I'm thinking that I made the mistake attacking that mech. I could leave the thing alive, and I don't think I'll go for it then. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. I don't think that he is intelligent enough to activate his power mid-turn if he unlocks it mid-turn. So I will leave him like this, and the next turn we'll just pound him, past that threshold. Do we need another anti-air? I think I'd better build one just in case of shenanigans. Okay. Going for it. He's spending a lot of money on repairs, which is as intended. By design. He can't build anything super good this turn. He can take out that anti-air. But again, it's Kanbei. All that matters are Eagle's casualties. As long as Eagle gets the final blow on the death ray. Alright, he's going to slow down our capture there, so we won't really get away with getting the airport anytime soon, but it helps. It's alive, it can still block, which is what matters. Yeah, I'm hopeful actually he'll build a fighter on that side. That'll be pretty funny. Yeah, he can just instant kill your infantry even off of cities. There's no standing up to a Sturm Neo tank. It's not happening. So he's got a super, but he won't use it. Yeah, I wonder if Max can get his own CO power and get his bomber that one extra space of movement and take it to their black cannon. That's worth considering. Usually I have Eagle take out the one on the left, but just Eagle has been blocked for way longer than usual this time by him insistently building things off of that factory. And strong things at that. He doesn't usually do that. So I'm behind schedule. I've often won by day 17 if I have things going well. Okay. So, Sturm has a super. I must bear that in mind. I must give him a target that is not all of Eagle's bombers, or something horrifying like that. He wasted his money on a rocket in the middle. I'm happy to see that. Cool. Well, probably the best thing is to have him go for some Kanbei stuff, which doesn't really matter. This could also be the turn where I go for Eagle's super... not super power, where I go for Eagle's power turn. Now, let's see. You need to kill, I would say, at least 6 units. 7 is safer, really, to guarantee that you get what you want with the power score. So I think it's best not even to go for most of the kills, even though I'd love to this turn. Well, he's not getting any useful build-up. Because Eagle's still not even close to a super. Max might be able to get a CO power, maybe. I'm not confident about it, though. I don't think so. If I do a stupid attack with my anti-air to take maximum damage from it, maybe? Stupidity is occasionally a very profitable strategy in this game, which is funny and weird. Well, you know what might be good? This should be a reasonably inviting target. Although if I do that, I can't get that APC that I wanted. This is still a pretty inviting target. Oh, I still can't get the APC. Oh, I didn't think that through. I didn't think that through and do my calculations right at all. Fine. This is an inviting target. His meteor should hit there as long as I don't give him something really obvious like 2 bombers lined up together. Foolish of me, though. Now, I wish I knew exactly how much Max needed. He needs to gain about... Well, let's see. It would be 1350, except it's 20% higher because he used his CO power once already. So, we're talking something like on the order of 17,000 worth of damage that he needs to take or deal twice as much as that. He'll deal 11,000 in damage there, so that counts as 5,500 toward the 17,000. If he takes 4,000 here, he just can't do it. Unless there's something else, that I'm not seeing that I can feed to him. It just can't be done. So he can't get a CO power, so I can't count on taking out the black cannon, is what I'm saying. I might just need to sponge a hit from it this turn. That may be necessary. What could Eagle kill, hypothetically? If he can get 7 units, I should go for that. I don't know that he can kill that thing. He might be able to. I'm pretty sure he can get that kill. There's 4, 5 guys, maybe 6 guys, maybe 7 guys he can go for. Can Kanbei soften one of them out to make it a guaranteed thing? Maybe. I think I'm just going in with Kanbei bombers this turn to provide cover so that he doesn't shoot Max when Max just cruises in to go for his face. That's how we're going to do things. And over here, I might as well just bomb that infantry. So I can't threaten to capture that and cause any problems. Oh my gosh, it's death ray time. Need to stay out of range of that. Oh, that's gonna toast my bait over there. That's not gonna work as well as I was thinking it would. So much to keep track of in this mission. It is not easy. Well, if it goes to unit count, maybe I can crowd more guys in there. Maybe that'll work. I'm trying things. We'll see what works. That is maybe a kill. I think I'm going to try it. .50-50 shot. Not a kill. Okay. Do I just go for it? Do I go for it anyway? That's a kill. So I can get one. I think that's a kill. Okay, one. I can kill that thing with this bomber or something down there. It doesn't even matter. I'd be giving a nice meter target if I did that, though. I have to be very careful about it. I think I'm not going to go for it. I'll just hit that thing instead. And because you really only get one shot. If you screw up, it's all over. You've lost the whole mission. You will never get a 300-point S rank if you don't get a good power score with Eagle. You only have this one try. Building more guys there just to have more guys to work with. Do I go for that kill? I think I do. No, he'll replace it. I don't go for it. Two bombers is too inviting. So I stand like that instead. I hope that's not a kill. There's a chance of that being a kill. Not great. I think I need to go for it and hope that it's not a kill. Darn it! Okay. It doesn't work out the way I want. But, whatever. The good news is the cannon won't go for that, and the anti-air is stuck in repair mode, so I can freely come in here and not need to worry about much. Oh wait, no, no, nope. There's a copter. I've only lost one guy. I'm doing really well in Eagle's casualties, at least. That's good. Okay. So I am pretty confident that I can't actually secure my... Oh, you know, I was foolish to do that attack anyway. Whatever, I'll do it like this. It doesn't matter anymore. I lost the opportunity. He'll replace that anti-air, unfortunately. Would this be a good bit of meteor bait? It would be a good bit of good meteor bait. Is it needed, though? This is a pretty good target. This is also going to be an appetizing target if it hits numbers, or something stupid like that it doesn't do on Advanced Force by Web. I didn't leave him... This is a nice target, but it's going to go for these over that, I'm sure. I think I've avoided giving him other good targets, so I don't need to give him like a special target. I can just go with what I've got here. Should be okay. Whether it goes for numbers or value, I've given him a decent target to shoot at instead of something that I actually want to live. Do I need to keep that thing around to deal with any possible threats from this? Maybe. When I say this, I mean anything you can build from that base. If I just capture the base, I don't need to worry about that. Then all I can do is build air units, and I'm happy to have him build air units. Oh wait, pff, Sturm. Crazy guy. I'm happy to have him build air units, because air units I can easily counter with all those anti-airs that have been swarming in there. I want him to waste his fun. Oh my gosh, I put them all in mini-cannon range. I forgot those things even existed because they're not relevant most of the time. Well, you're not seeing a perfect run here, but this is a tricky mission. Alright, what does the meteor go for? Yeah, those anti-airs are ruined. They're not contributing anything anymore. That bait worked. So the max one has... Yeah, taunt us all you like, Sturm. The Max Bomber has impunity to strike down that black cannons. Now the black cannons are gone, now we can advance in the middle for free for like 7 turns. Okay, so it does seem like in this game it sometimes targets numbers rather than value, which is inconsistent and weird, but it works out okay. And now I've learned something, I guess. Oh, that's bad. That won't be able to instant kill anything anymore. In fact, he could probably kill it himself, and I can't do anything about that because he's frickin' Sturm, so I can't kill anything. Maybe they'll give me some useful power buildup. I could certainly use some of that on Eagle. It's hard to get Eagle any power up because you just shouldn't be doing much fighting with him, if you're doing the mission well. I'd like you to note, by the way, that if I just flew this bomber in here at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I would just win right there. But I would get a terrible score, because if you don't know how Power Star works in this game, you're just toast. You must understand the intricacies of how it works. Which is not great design, but that's the way it is. Well, I guess I will work on controlling that copter. I think I don't need 2 fighters anymore, so I'll take one, put it over here, join the other up, and that gives me more funds with which I can deploy something useful. This bomber is done for, unless I get an APC out to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just barely do it. I think I'll go for it. Why not? We value our troops here. Clearing this thing out could be beneficial. Just have a shorter path, so I'll do that. Even on a bridge, even with a missile, even with Kanbei, he doesn't take a lot of damage during a superpower turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can actually walk one back and be alright. I'll do that. So, do we have a way to get a lot of kills this turn? 1 kill, 2 kills with the bomber, 3 kills with the tank. I can pull a bomber back and get 4 kills on the MD tank. If I had my superpower, I could do lots and lots and lots of stuff. But I think I see, I can kill 4 things there, 5 things, 6 things. I think I need to go over here and be ready for action on a future turn. Determine a superpower isn't up and making him almost invincible. Speaking of almost invincible, this isn't good. But I can't let him get fully repaired or it'll be worse, so there we go. Let's start advancing this way so we can... Oh! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Almost tricked me there, Sturm. The infantry might just go for a kill. It's worth something. That will probably kill that thing, which would spoil things for me, so I better not do that. I better just wait. And build more guys, and... Oh no! You're not going down there. We're not going to have any of that here. Well, the good news is he fell for it and built a bomber there. The bad news is I got my precious anti-air shredded and now I am up the creek. Alright, well you will come along here and be prepared to clear out any garbage that he sends our way. Take down that cannon. Okay, the cannons are done for. We can now move around freely in the middle. That is good. This is not good. Not at all. At least he can't attack that thing. That's something. I can keep him boxed in while I bring up something better. This might force him to build a recon in a stupid location. At this point, I'll take it. Alright. Yeah. I'm at 1% HP, but you can't kill me until I run out of fuel. You can sure kill that thing, though. Oh, no! He's blocking me off. He got blindly lucky there and blocked me with 2 T-copters. Can I get to him with my fighter? Sturm, this is ridiculously lucky for you. Okay, well that cripples me. Still have another entire turn. I have rarely had so many things go wrong on this mission. Cool. I guess we send that guy into repair mode. Hopefully in one of the nearby cities. Above all, don't kill it. We don't want him building one up in an important location or something like that. I can't believe he did a double T-copter block my bomber and just cut off the path there. Like, a human would think of that trick. There's no way the AI should think of that. So he just stumbled his guys in and got lucky. Okay. We've got that going for us at least. And... is this a guaranteed not kill? Yes, it's a guaranteed not kill, which is a perfect setup for Eagles to get a guaranteed kill. I think the rest doesn't matter. so I can get 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills. Oh, he joined his mech up. That's not good, again. 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills, 6... It's only 6 kills, which is not good enough unless I get there fast. Okay, I need to get there fast then. That settles it. One kill. Oh, you know what? No, I screwed it up. It's not even going to be 1 kill. Because I can't get enough power, can I? Unless this just gives me enough. This is... No, 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 no. Well, I think I'll deliberately let him get a thing out of there so we can just build something nearby that I can maybe kill with Eagle. How about that? His tank might flee in the wrong direction. I can maybe hunt it down with that copter. Maybe he'll put targets in my range there that I can kill. We'll see. It's worth a try. I have seldom had so many unexpected difficulties arise in this mission, and I made a few mistakes too. But that just makes it all the better as a demonstration of how this strategy works. Well, what do we do over here? Maybe redirect this thing just to block him. I don't like the idea, but maybe it's necessary. Can this set up for... Not quite. Well, I can maybe help out with something. Just don't block Eagle or anything like that. Maybe a CO power will be enough to push him back down into killable territory. I don't have much time until the fighter is operational again. But I don't need much time. I can probably win next turn. After all these difficulties, I've overcome everything. I have been... Oh, no, no, no. He didn't build anything new. But I've overcome all the challenges. I've come up with good plans. I've made things work. And I can probably use my superpower now to get some kills and finish things off. My plan had lots of different fail-safes in it. So I am going to succeed in the end, I'm pretty sure. Well, he got that tank away. Can I set up Eagle for killing anything? I don't even know how much damage he'll do. It's a mystery. I do know that if Eagle goes here, I win the game if I use Eagle's superpower. I just need to get enough power for that to matter. Can I set up Eagle for kills over this way, maybe? Seems plausible. Seems worth a try. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, that will work too. Good to know. I can clear that thing, that doesn't actually help. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just clear this thing. Die, stupid T-copter that slowed me down. This guy can't really help with much of anything, I don't think. Yeah, you can't hit anything over there, so that's no good. That's no use. Okay, shouldn't matter too much from here, I guess. Well, I adapted a lot. So, we get 1 kill. Two kills. Three kills. Four kills. Still not getting my CO power. This is frustrating. Can I hit anything that's worthwhile over here that would do it? Am I gonna lose after all this? This will make me take some damage. Maybe that'll get me there. Nope. Luck rolls. Frickin' luck rolls. Ruining absolutely everything. But there we go. I did it despite everything going wrong. And my casualties are almost 0, so I'm good on that count. So all I need to do now... Another kill. Yeah, I'm overkilling the power score. Okay, well, I overcame every difficulty. It took a long time. A lot of things went wrong, but I'm going to massively overkill all the scores. That's pretty cool. Can I kill anything interesting down there? Nah, it's kind of in the way. Whatever. No interest in underlings. This is Sturm. The Sturm's some secret boss we don't find out about. It's certainly not Von Bull. We totally came out of nowhere to take over the Black Hole Army, basically. Alright, even more kills. Von Bull, by the way, is the terrible, underwhelming, not at all impressive final villain from the next game. Man, I like Eagle. I don't usually have this much trouble charging him up, especially when he seems to be taking a lot of fire, as it felt like during this mission. Okay, we go for it. And now for an ending little talk here that's kind of cool, but doesn't quite work out. Because we can't see any animation, so it's a little bit hard to follow the action, and the action's a little bit silly anyway. Guess we didn't need to capture the cities this time, we could just blow it up. Don't know why that wouldn't work last time. And I guess now all the COs are crowded in one place with them or something like that. Which is foolish. I guess it was kind of foreshadowed that Lash would build self-destruct devices into anything before, so I like that. And I guess we're supposed to think here that Andy is like charging into them or something in person. And maybe Sturm is annoyed to be... I don't know. That's my interpretation, is that Andy has run up to him. And then something strange happens. So Hawk shows up, which is, you know, a cool, not too surprising twist to the ending. Kind of a cool line by Hawk there. But then, you know, this is the game all about war, where all the COs have guns and things like that. Sammy carries a machine gun, but we don't need to do that. Hawk just comes up and somehow uses his CO power outside of battle, and I guess targets just one person with it, and so it just kind of suddenly breaks all the rules. And Sturm gets his comeuppance for stupidly and pointlessly threatening Hawk before. So, it's half a great ending, but also just, it doesn't make that much sense in terms of what actually happened in character. And yeah, why would he do this? Other than, it's not like he's protecting himself from Sturm. Sturm's about to die anyway, because he risks his life coming in here. He might have had a better bet of taking over if he hadn't done that. Kind of a lame motive, honestly, but whatever. Good point, Eagle. Let's get him now while he's right here. We can just arrest him. I feel like the Black Alarm is for the one that's on the brink of collapse. We'd probably be okay. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't allow them to withdraw and fight another day. With all the villains intact. But I guess we do, so, foolishness. It's really not hard to say, it's obvious he's going to. So they endanger countless lives here, letting him get away for some reason. I love that cool background there, suggesting the death ray is enormously big, or maybe it's all just a matter of perspective, but who knows. Well, I'm the best anyway. Capped out on points, unfortunately, a bit of a waste there. Anyway, some story silliness aside, I thought that was a pretty good ending, and the mission, of course, itself was a fantastic finale to this wonderful campaign. This little recap of the game and how you did is pretty nicely done. A lot of fun reminders of cool art pieces and interesting missions along the way. And of course, the main purpose of it, I'm sure, is just to explain how you got the grade that you did at the end, which matters for which COs and other bonuses you unlock. The music's pretty nice too, but everyone knows what score I got in all of these already, so I think I'll just skim through it. "34 missions. Quite a campaign with a lot of fun highlights along the way. But this is only the first half because the hard campaign is still to go. Intelligent Systems games from this era not only had really high quality, I think, but also just, you got a lot of game for your money. Fire Emblem 7, of course, was their masterpiece in that respect as in pretty much every other respect. But Advance Wars 2 is great too, of course. Let's end this on a fun note with a trip to the in-game store to buy the hard campaign with these hard-earned points. Oh, and as another cool minor note, the campaign menu button has changed from blue to golden. You can eventually turn all the buttons gold by completing all the game modes. Nice little touch. Anyway, not everything that usually is on sale for points will actually be there this time, because I bought a lot of those things up before I actually started this run. Hachi, the proprietor here, is a fun little character, I guess, always dispenses some information about the game or its mechanics or COs. He himself is actually the final secret CO that you can unlock. I love how many secrets and unlockable things this game has. Anyway, so, I like that the hard campaign is not very expensive, which is good. I can now play as Lash, who's fun, and that's actually going to be important. I think I mentioned way back when I did the 2-week test mission that I wanted to see whether I could actually win if it went on long enough, and now I can try that. Because I got an S rank, I can buy Sturm, so let me do that. If you only get an A rank, you don't buy Nell. If you get below that, you can't unlock either of them. I think Hawk unlocks regardless. Nell is pretty worthless. So is Adder. He doesn't even deserve a star, thanks they don't give him one, I guess. Whatever, I'll go ahead and buy Hawk for now. Alright. Until next time, have a great day, everyone.